Tell me what I do to make this right for everybody else in this courtroom that has spent their time and money this morning.
I don't have any suggestions, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I do. You're going to pay sanctions in the amount of $5,000. Get out of my courtroom now. Mr. Rhodes, tell me why we're here today. You asked for an emergency hearing from my clerk yesterday verbally.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, we're here today, Your Honor, because the court set the emergency hearing for.
Because you requested one, sir.
Your Honor, what happened was.
You didn't appear at my hearing yesterday again.
If I may respond, Your Honor.
Please, I'm waiting.
So, Your Honor, as it relates to yesterday, and non-appearance for yesterday, the short answer is that it was not on my calendar.
Were any of the other 6 hearings you didn't attend on your calendar?
Your Honor, I don't believe it was 6 hearings that I missed.
Do you want to go through the record again?
No, Your Honor. But Your Honor, what happened on yesterday as relates to our hearing, as the court is fully aware, there was a TI hearing in which was denied regarding the sale of the stock.
And you're getting ready to go back to the ancillary and try to overturn me again, right?
No, I'm not going to do that, Your Honor.
I assure you, you're not.
Okay, so what happened, Your Honor, there's been communications between me and opposing counsel, in particular, going back and forth and trying to get the matter resolved as the case would be. It wasn't until late yesterday, Your Honor, not to violate attorney-client privilege communication, it wasn't until late yesterday that I was directed to seek, if it was possible, to go and see if we could have it modified. At that moment.
Why would I modify it after you've had 6 weeks to modify it?
Your Honor, I was instructed to do it by my client.
Where's your client?
My client.
I instructed him to be here today. Where is he?
Okay, I have no.
I'm about to issue a bench warrant. Where is he?
Your Honor, I have no idea where my client is.
Okay.
But Your Honor, may I explain?
You may not. I'm asking where your client is. You don't know.
On its face, this sounds like a scheduling mix-up, a hearing that simply didn't make it onto a calendar. But the judge doesn't respond to that explanation in isolation. He responds to it as part of a pattern, referencing not one missed appearance, but several. That's the detail worth sitting with. A single missed hearing invites an excuse. A string of them invites a different kind of scrutiny. One about whether the excuses themselves hold up. And now, with the client nowhere to be found and a bench warrant on the table, the question stops being about paperwork. It becomes about whether anyone in that courtroom still believes this case is being taken seriously by the people responsible for.
Now, if I may explain, when I called in the court advised that we had an emergency hearing scheduled for this morning.
At your request.
I advised my client of the emergency hearing on a status conference. The emergency hearing on a status conference.
That he was ordered to appear at.
Your Honor, by the time I got the order, I was driving when I was speaking.
I understand you did it late in the day and I did it late in the day.
By the time I got the order and tried to reach out to him, I could not reach out to him. I could not contact him.
Why don't you contact him right now and see where he is?
If I may, Your Honor?
Yeah.
This is probably the 10th phone call that I made.
Please record your message.
This is what I get. I've sent an email. I've sent text messages.
When did you send the last email to him?
Last email was sent to him probably at about 5 o'clock this morning.
Why don't you show me that email? Mr. Rhodes, frankly, I don't believe a word you're telling this court at this point.
Actually, by way of correction, Your Honor, the last email sent out was at 7:24 a.m. this morning.
Okay. And your client doesn't want to respond to this case?
No.
Does your client want to prosecute this case anymore, or should I dismiss it?
No, yes, he does, Your Honor. He does want to prosecute the matter.
Where is he?
I have no idea where he is.
Go find him right now.
Okay. May I be excused?
Yes. You can step back.
All right.
Are we on the record?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rhodes, any luck?
And watch how the level of detail changes once the judge asks to see proof. What started as a general claim about outreach, calls, texts, and email sent, becomes something much more precise, an exact time, corrected on the spot. That kind of sudden specificity, arriving only after skepticism is voiced aloud, is its own kind of signal. It doesn't prove anything by itself, but it does raise the question the judge himself seems to be asking, without saying it outright. Is this account being reconstructed as we go? Meanwhile, the actual goal of the hearing, locating a client who's supposed to be prosecuting his own case, hasn't moved an inch.
No, Your Honor, no luck in contacting him. Mr. Simpson, Attorney Simpson, was able to contact the daughter, who advised that he was in Port Arthur, and also provided me with another number. I tried contacting that number multiple times, and it just goes straight to, actually, not even voicemail, says that it's full. So
It's clear to me your client doesn't want to prosecute this case. Why didn't you appear for 6 weeks? And then you appeared last week on Friday. You didn't appear yesterday, and now again this morning, you're requesting emergency relief from this court.
actually, Your Honor, as I mentioned earlier, I did not appear yesterday because the hearing was not on my calendar. When as directed by my client to see if there was availability to have an emergency hearing, not today, but later next week.
Well, you're not getting anything later next week. I promise you that.
I completely understand, Your Honor. I was advised that they wanted to have the hearing this morning, and I advised the court that we were not seeking a hearing to seek relief for today.
Well, but that was after you requested relief from my clerk. And she reached out to me late yesterday afternoon. Tell me what I do to make this right for everybody else in this courtroom that has spent their time and money this morning.
I don't have any suggestions, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I do. You're going to pay sanctions in the amount of $5,000. Get out of my courtroom now. And those sanctions are payable by you directly, not your client. I will sanction him directly in the future.
By the time the sanction is repeated, it's no longer just a penalty, it's a statement. The court has effectively said that explanations, however detailed, don't undo a pattern of absence. And notably, the financial consequence lands on the attorney, not the client who never showed up. That distinction matters. It separates the question of representation from the question of the client's own commitment to this case, a question that's still hanging unanswered as the room clears. Almost immediately, though, the docket moves on, and the very next matter opens with talk of an arrest. Same courtroom, same morning, a very different kind of stakes.
Get out of my courtroom. Y'all are excused. The 8:30 docket, have a seat, relax. Find me a bench warrant. I want him arrested. Find me a bench warrant. I want him arrested. Is there anybody on the 8:30 docket that has everybody here and is ready to go?
Plaintiff's counsel for Uden, Your Honor. I think